Here's a flag as
whoa, hello,
whoa.
Yeah, that's
Mason Rudolph got into
needs
it.
to get out of there.
What in the world? Believe Myles Garrett. They're swinging a helmet.
Yeah, there'll be some ejections coming out of this.
There may be suspensions.
That's right, suspensions.
And it was Garrett. That was well after the play. And here it is.
Well, he tackled Rudolph. Rudolph didn't like the way that he was tackled.
Oh, gosh.
Man.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head. And then Ogunjobi comes up and hits Rudolph from behind.
Beyond words, Joe.
My gosh, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen on a professional sports field.
You know, Joe, I was involved with these in the league office, and it would come to officiating first and then go upstairs for discipline. But this is beyond the normal discipline. This is beyond the normal fine. I think you're absolutely right. It's a foul period to take a guy's helmet off and swing it and use it as a weapon. Automatic ejection by rule. But it goes beyond that now to possible suspension. Of course, then Pouncey, was it Pouncey that was kicking and throwing the punches?
Well,
that's another one.
They're absolutely. I mean, this is multiple game suspension right here. It's just. I mean, it's. I hate that anybody even has to watch this. I mean, this is barbaric, is what this is.
Still the. Joe, what they're doing now, by the way, is talking to New York, because New York can look at this whole skirmish and they can now pick the players that should be disqualified from the game and even create fouls that aren't called. That were obviously, there were quite a few called, but they can look who was involved with the fight, who threw punches, who swung helmets, who kicked, and can add on, which means more discipline to come, either in fines or suspension.
Eight seconds left in this game, and that's what everybody's walking away from this Thursday night game with. That's horrible.
It's horrible, and these two teams meet again in 17 days. Just think what that's going to be like.
You see Mike Tomlin saying, Mason, you're out. Garrett brings Mason Rudolph down. And Rudolph is ripping at Myles Garrett's helmet. And then Garrett rips Rudolph's helmet and swings it at him.
I couldn't tell if.
We have fouls against both teams. Personal foul, offense. It's going to be number 53. Personal foul, defense, number 65 and number 95. Those two players are disqualified, and the fouls will offset. We'll play fourth down.
I was going to say I couldn't tell if Mason Rudolph's left hand was caught in the helmet somehow of Myles Garrett, and that's why he was trying to, you know, go to the headgear the way that he was. I don't know, but wow. You know, it's been such a great game and a great win for this Cleveland franchise is not what anybody's going to be talking about after this game.
It'll be the Browns' first win here since October of 2014 against the Steelers, but talk about leaving with a horrible taste in your mouth. Thankfully, Rudolph's okay and able to stay in there, so if Tomlin was saying you're out, it's 4th down here, by the way. Rudolph stays in. And now Tony Brooks-James just takes a knee. There's 5 seconds left in the game. The Steelers just turned the ball over on downs and everybody's leaving. Players are on the field. Media's on the field.
What we have is we have to have another snap. It was 4th down, so he took a knee, and so we got to change the possession. So we now have to clear everybody off the field and take one more snap.
Looked like Freddie Kitchens was just saying, hey, just let it run, let's go, this game is over, but that's unfortunately not the way that it works.
Well, the Steelers, at least the offensive players are leaving. Baker Mayfield in this game with a couple of touchdown passes, a touchdown run. The Browns with 4 interceptions in the ball game. And the offense for Cleveland's now gone 3 straight games without a turnover. Running back Nick Chubb ends up with 92 yards. He's over 1,000 yards for the game. Joe Schobert, 10 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, a sack, 4 passes defensed, and 2 interceptions. And somehow the officials have been able to get everybody off the field, so there's one more snap, and then we'll hear what everybody has to say after this one. Garrett Gilbert has come in at quarterback for the Browns. Browns win it 21-7. We'll come back with a post-game show after this on Thursday Night Football. Seven is the final here tonight in Cleveland. The Browns are now at 4-6. The Steelers' 4-game winning streak is over. They're 5-5 as week number 11 is underway. The big news is how this game just ended, and Aaron Andrews is with Baker Mayfield right now.
Baker, and I'm to ask you about it. What was your reaction as you were watching it unfold?
I didn't see why it started, but it's inexcusable. You know, I don't care, rivalry or not, we can't do that. That's kind of the history of what's been going on here lately, hurting yourself, and that's just endangering the other team. It's inexcusable. He knows that. I hope he does now. It's tough. We'll see.
Mason Rudolph, a friend of yours, Myles Garrett, a teammate of yours. What were you saying to your teammates over there to kind of calm everybody down?
I don't think there's anything in that moment that I can really say to calm him down. You know what? The reality is he's going to get suspended. We don't know how long, and that hurts our team. And we can't do that. We can't continue to hurt this team. It's inexcusable. Moving forward, you do get the win tonight. I mean, despite obviously ending the game like that, and this is what you said. You wanted to finish the second half of the season strong. What can you build off of what you were able to do offensively? We still didn't play good enough at all. It came out and had a great first drive, and then kind of sputtered out a little bit. We have to be able to capitalize when defense gets that many turnovers. We'll look at the film. We got to get better from that. Offensively, it's still not even close to being good enough.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, a very honest interview by Baker Mayfield. We'll be back. More to come from Cleveland after this. Well, as we wind down here in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a 14-point win for the Browns. Defense comes up with 4 takeaways for Cleveland. And we say hello again and welcome you inside the booth. I'm Joe Buck along with Troy Aikman. And, we've talked plenty about that, what transpired there with Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph. But I was struck by the honesty of quarterback Baker Mayfield in an interview. I know he wants to be more of a leader. He talked to us about that. I think that was a pretty good example of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's often that you have your franchise quarterback being that direct and that forthcoming immediately following a ball game or at any point really when it comes to a teammate. So yeah, he talked to us about it, and he showed that in the interview, and he's 100% right in everything that he said.
All right, so the Browns get a win. They're 2 games under 500. They've got a really I would say fortuitous schedule going forward. Maybe they can build on this game, but as he said, I mean, Myles Garrett is their best defensive player, and they are going to be without Myles Garrett for who knows how long. They're going to have to overcome that as well.
Yes, they will, and that won't be easy to do. And then they've got the injuries on the other side, with Morgan Burnett, and then they're shorthanded in some other areas. So they've got their work cut out for them. But regardless of whatever this season looks like from here on out, and this win certainly positions them to at least keep their hopes alive. This was a huge win, and I do think that we'll see better play from them. Baker Mayfield talked about it. They do have to play better on offense, but with all things considered coming into this game and the way in which they were going to have to win, they executed the game plan really on both sides of the ball, and they come away with a victory.
And at some point on the other side, the Steelers, the injuries just keep piling up, not only in this game but all season long, and they just did not have enough offensively to overcome what the Browns were doing to them tonight. Coming up on Fox is your late local news and the Mercedes-Benz postgame show on NFL Network. 21-7 the final. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light Platinum from Cleveland. Good night.